Hi to Dawn.
Strange. Weird. We're having weird technical difficulties, so apologies for that. We got a strange echo that I think I figured out. And, who knows? We're doing what we can. And, no Jeff. I don't know where Jeff is. So, I guess it's just Colleen and I for now. Although it still says Jeff.
So, on YouTube, it says that today is 3/19/2026.
Oh, dear Lord. Well, I mean, I tried to fix all of that. I don't know. Let's see. If I go to the intro, it says it's 3:26.
In one place it says 3/26, and in another place it says 3/19.
Where does it say 3:19?
How do I describe this?
I don't know. I'll go find it. I'm sure it's
Okay.
something really dumb. Like sometimes when we do the show setup, I have to go and I have to set up all of the. Oh, jeepers creepers! I can't make this work. I have to go set up the things for Restream, and sometimes they don't take. So if it like has an old show description too, it means it didn't take. So. Wacky. It's just going to be one of those days, I suppose. The Savannah Bananas are at Disneyland today. I blame them.
I would like to say hi to Sam and hi to Alan. I already said hi to Don. Not sure if he heard me.
Alrighty.
Twitch has a fabulous screen. Oh, there, I got it to work.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. Sometimes things just get weird.
Hi to Golden Girls, too.
Alright, let me go take a look.
And
this says that it's correct. And this also says it's correct. Yeah, I don't know where that
weird
information is coming from. I hit the update stuff again just to be sure.
Slow start. Hey to Vicky. And I can't tell if anybody's watching on YouTube. Oh, Jedi Lorene is watching on YouTube.
Yes, Laura's here. So.
Okay, I checked each of my streams and feeds and whatever it is, and that's what I have for you today.
Okay.
So while we wait for Jeff, hope he's okay. Last Friday, I was having a hard day, and I needed to go. I go usually once a week and pick up mail at a post office box, and so we went and did that. Had lunch on the patio of Rubio's, which is always kind of nice. You know, get outside to eat, have a taco. But it was a little weird because their bathroom was broken, and so they weren't letting anyone eat inside the restaurant.
We think it was the bathroom. They just said that they had a plumbing problem.
Yeah. And so when we got back in the car after that, I was like, I really need something to up my mood, and what I really want is one of those Starbucks cookies that, like, they only have them at Christmas time, though. It's like a polar bear sugar cookie. Or what I'd really wanted was a cookie from the Fandom Baker, because the Fandom Baker, you can find her on Facebook and on Etsy, I think. She makes sugar cookies that the first time we used them was at our Haunted Mansion tea party that we had, and she makes just fantastic science fiction, fantasy, and other style of sugar cookies. But she doesn't live near us, so it's not like I can just buy one and have it same day. So as a consolation prize, we went to the local bakery. Little, like, bakery that has been baking since the 50s or 60s and is still the same. And so the cookies they're okay, they're good. And Kilted Terror is watching the Mariners live.
Okay.
Because it's opening day for baseball. I've been hearing this, like the Dodgers, it was the opening day this week. And anyway, so as we get our cookies, and I got a great big, we each got a great big Mickey Mouse cookie with sprinkles on. We walked across the street, and there's a little independent bookstore across the street. And in the window was a little sign that said, hey, we've got a new book club type of a thing. We're going to read plays. And so that night, they were going to be doing The Importance of Being Earnest, which is one of my favorite plays. And so...
That's Oscar Wilde, right?
Yeah. So we... and it's very silly. It's set in the... like 1920s or 30s, and it's very much like Jeeves and Wooster, or
It's a drawing room comedy, essentially.
yeah. And there's a lot of kind of like the Pirates of Penzance, but not a musical. So it's that sort of level of silliness,
right,
if you've seen the Pirates of Penzance, with the misunderstandings and little grammar jokes and stuff like that. It's perfect for me. And so we went back and read the first act of The Importance of Being Earnest, and Sean and I each got assigned some scenery chewing characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it was super fun. And I'm so glad that Happenstance took us in front of the bookstore where we saw the little flyer that let us go and read. Our bookstore, our local one, is called the Book Jewel. And it's just, it's a great little bookstore that has a cat in it.
They sell used and new books.
Yeah.
And so you can order books. Like we got a copy of Station Manager Gene Turnbow's book, Juniper Fairchild and the Alterware. Mm-hmm. They ordered it for us, and it came there. So that was pretty great. And we almost didn't see this, but Colleen's like we looked at the posters on the way in. We did stuff at the bookstore. We walked out, and Colleen's like, I would like to look at these posters. And I looked at the first one. I'm like, well, that's been over for like 2 weeks. And then I'm like, this one's tonight. And Colleen reads it, and she's like, oh. And it's we almost completely missed it. But it did turn out to be really fun. And there were sort of just enough people. Although we, what's the character that you played, Colleen?
Mrs. Bracknell?
Bracknell. Yeah. And so Mrs. Bracknell is the battle axie character in the story, and that's frequently gender swapped. But we had a guy who came in, big, tall, acting, strapping kind of guy, and he ended up in the ingenue role. Which I'm not entirely sure he was happy about.
He didn't seem too comfortable with it.
Yeah, but it was funny because he's the guy who's like, I studied acting in New York before coming back here to L.A. And I'm like, well, then it shouldn't matter. You should be just, grab the role and completely roll with it. And so
there were two gender-swapped roles. There was a small role of a butler that was played by a woman. And then he was playing the ingenue. Actually, there's an ingenue character in the play.
There is.
Yeah. There's one that's slightly younger.
Right. But
it was fun, and we're going to go. I am having a problem clearing my throat. Excuse me. We're going to go back and do the next. They're going to do it once a month, so we're going to go back and do it again because it was fun. Frequent Falcon Flyer has joined us. Hello. And Matthew Tillard is here now.
Excellent.
On YouTube.
Laura's there on Facebook.
And
Vicky if we didn't mention Vicky.
Cindy
Cindy
Brandon.
Brandon's there. Hey, Cindy.
So we are frozen. Oh, we're back.
No, we should be good.
So that was fun. And then Saturday, Sean went to the Orange County Ghostbusters event in Anaheim.
I did. We went to the Anaheim Convention Center, where the American Cancer Society was doing sort of a info fair kind of a deal, where they set up inside the big domed arena where Colleen and I have actually performed before as part of our Lux Theater, part of Worldcon. We did one of our Lux shows, the Moulin Rouge show there, which was pretty cool. And it has a capacity of about, I think, 5,000 people if you put chairs on the floor. And they do the circus there, and they do all sorts of, or did when the circus was a thing. I don't think the circus is a thing so much anymore.
Not so much.
So they set up a whole bunch of different areas that are like, this is the threat you face from this cancer. This is how you can be aware of that cancer. This is how you can prevent against, skin cancer. And it ranged from like very serious tables with serious information to a giant bounce house style inflatable colon that you were encouraged to walk through. And as you walk through it, it was like, this is what a healthy colon looks like. These are dangerous cancer polyps. It was really bizarre. And there were some folks with tables outside and things like that. And it was fun. It was in the afternoon, early evening, and so it wasn't horribly hot. We had a showing of about 8 Ghostbusters, which is good. But the thing that was a little strange was that I couldn't figure out, like when I first got there, how they were going to get the public to show up. And that turned out to be a problem. So they had this whole thing set up, and it was almost like a weird test run or something, because there were conventions going on at the convention center, but nothing that took those people over to where we were. And there were some people that came over, but it wasn't bustling like other, American Cancer Society events we've been to. And it's not like this was at a busy mall or, shopping center or something like that where people were going to be. It wasn't out in front of the Anaheim Stadium or something. It was like, because an event like this tends to feed off of people for a target of opportunity. It's like, oh, we're here. What's over there? That looks interesting. Let's go check it out. And they didn't benefit from that at all. So I thought that was very strange. But, a good time was had by all. And we went to somewhere afterwards for dinner. Where did we go? Oh, we went to Outback Steakhouse, which is around the corner from Disneyland and the convention center, for which I need to send money for my food because I couldn't get the pay thing to work.
You better do that.
Yeah, I may have to have you do it because I can't seem to make it work.
All
and
right.
I think you have the functional account.
I do.
But anyway, it was we had a good time. I feel like the community was a little underserved by it, which was a little bit of a bummer. But still glad that I did it, and it was a fun thing to do on a Saturday night. And like I said, it wasn't too hot, and got to hang out with some good people. And we were the only costumed group there, just for fun and giggles, and to take pictures with people and hang out and be festive. And so that was interesting. But there was also like a cheerleader symposium or pep squads and drill teams and things like that. They had some sort of event going on there. And so everybody was running around in those costumes. And they didn't come over.
So, update on Jeff. His computer isn't online. He's trying to fix it right now, and then he'll join us.
Oh, no.
I want to say hi to Mary, who is listening with Sam.
Woohoo!
Let's see if I missed anybody. I don't think so. And an update on the circus. Both the Ringling Brothers and, Ringling Brothers merged with Barnum and Bailey, and there is also Circus Vargas. They are both still performing. They just don't have animals anymore.
Right. And I figure we've kind of moved on to the Cirque du Soleil style of circus where it's all just humans.
That is exactly what has
frequently
happened.
Humans playing animals. So going on at Disneyland today is the Savannah Bananas. And I consider them circus as well. So
That makes sense.
Yeah, so if you don't know who the Savannah Bananas are, they are a group of baseball players in a team who then do Harlem Globetrotters kind of antics on the field. So like one of their guys is on stilts, and they got people who are doing crazy stuff. And so they were at Disneyland today, in fact, doing their craziness. I was very sad to miss it. Because they're just super, super cool. We'll talk a little bit more about them in a bit. Looks like Jeff has made it.
Yay.
So let's...
So I'll talk, while Sean is fiddling with the
here.
thing there, I will mention that while Sean was at the Orange County Ghostbusters, I went to a company picnic, not for my company, but for a company that we work with, a casting agency. And they have it every year, and it's really fun because I get to see some employees that aren't with us anymore, and some people that I talk to online on emails all the time, but never in person. And a nice time was had at the there's a big park, the
Kenneth Hahn
Regional
Recreation Center, which is smack in the middle of LA. It's really funny because like surrounding it is all these shopping centers and
oil fields.
And oil fields are on the property, which is like really bizarre.
It's wild. But so I did the picnic, chatted with some people, and then I said, I have to leave. And instead of leaving, I hiked around the park for a while, get my steps in. And then I hopped in the car and went to a Philippine grocery store, which was quite nearby, and didn't find exactly what we had eaten while we were in the Philippines, but I found ingredients for some of those things and brought home a piece of cake that purports to be like one of the desserts that we really enjoyed, but doesn't look anything like it. But it was fun to find a little market so close to home. Prices were, woo! But import shops are always priced really high.
Right.
Wow.
Jeff, your computer.
Yes.
What?
It's working again.
Yay.
Yeah,
My
we can
goodness.
hear you and everything.
Yeah, finally got up and running. Wow.
So how was
Yeah,
your
there we are.
Friday or your Saturday?
Sorry?
How was
weekend.
your Friday or Saturday?
Oh, good, I suppose. Worked on I think I worked Saturday, was off Friday, something like that. We had a birthday party-ish thing for David.
Yeah.
And it was over at Owen's house primarily, and we watched started watching Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, the extended version, and I think the Two Towers was popping in there and stuff, and whatnot. I can't remember how far we got because they're extended versions and just kind of going. And at some point, was exhausted, so tired from the day, but I left. But yeah. It was cake and food and stuff like that, and got to hang out and say hi, see everybody. Yeah.
That's fun. I like how much your
Yeah.
family does stuff together. That's just really
Yeah.
nice.
That's weird
Yeah.
to me.
Our families don't. We don't live near any of our families, so
Nope.
it is. There are some members of my family that I would hang out with a lot if I could, and some members that I probably wouldn't. Oh my gosh, Don put $128 worth of gas in his car today.
He has
Yikes.
a large tank.
Yeah.
And gas is up above 550. So
Yeah.
It's something like that, yeah.
Don wants to know who's going to WonderCon.
well, Jeff and I are.
Yeah.
We usually volunteer to help with the masquerade. Although I got a little bit of an ominous message from Martin. I said, hey, do you want to go? I said, yes. Glad to help in any way we can. He says, do you want to bring someone? I says, yes, we want to bring Jeff. And Martin's like, great, you have his information. And he said, don't forget, in addition to helping, I might need you to MC.
What?
Oh dear.
Although, so the MC for the past few years has been Ashley Eckstein, or Eckstein, and she is terrific. She does a terrific job at it, and she is also super reliable. So I have no doubt that she'll be there. But just in case I'm like the backup, I guess. So maybe she's traveling and he hadn't heard from her at the time or something. I thought it was kind of funny. And I have done it before. I have MC'd before for the masquerade, which is fine. I mean, I'm no Ashley Eckstein, but
no.
or Phil Folio for that matter. But it is one of the blades in my Swiss Army knife that I bring to the masquerade just in case.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, which is funny because it's funny that Martin doesn't want to do it, but of course he's very busy running the masquerade, so I totally understand that. So anyway, Jeff and I haven't decided what costumes we're wearing yet.
Yeah, we're still figuring that one out.
Yeah, we've got because if we costume together, we have Ghostbusters, we have Star Wars, we have Indy, we have Jaws, and so like sort of complementary costumes. But we haven't decided. So if you guys have suggestions, you can put them over in the chat. We will take those under advisement.
Or if you guys are going to WonderCon,
Tell us
put
what
it in
wearing.
the chat so that we know and we can.
Yeah, Rosie, David, and Sparrow are going. I don't know if Owen and Casey are going, but I know they are. Those three are. Yeah. Like on Saturday, actually, too. So.
Colleen mentioned that she went to a Filipino market. And were you looking for polvoron, or were you looking for something different?
Polvoron were those little...
They're little
chicken nugget things,
Yeah,
right?
they're little cookies they're like no-bake shortbread cookies that look like chicken nuggets.
Right. Yeah, that was pretty much what I was looking for. And the cake, the slice of cake that I brought home that's in our freezer, is as close to that as the woman who owned the store could get. And there were, I didn't figure you would be too excited if I brought home any of the dried fish that we tried. So I didn't look too hard at those because I didn't want to be eating them all myself. And
for you guys who don't understand what I'm talking about and are watching us on video, these are the little cookies that are polvoron, and frequently they are dusted with something. They have like
ours didn't look like
breaded
that.
crumbs or anything like that. So like they're this shape, and then they're coated with a breading, and the breading is what makes them look like chicken nuggets, which is pretty funny. So.
Yeah, like if you looked at them from a distance, they definitely looked like chicken nuggets in the little container, the ones that we got.
Right.
Okay.
And
see if I can maybe find a better picture.
I wonder if that was not what it was called. Because I'm looking at polvoron, and that's not actually what it is.
Well, be careful because there's a Mexican polvoron, So don't look up the Mexican Polvoron.
Philippines.
Um,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and so here's a slightly better.
But these are shortbread. This wasn't shortbread.
I thought they were shortbread, but
I don't think so.
this
But
is
I could be wrong.
this is closer to what we had. And it had like a breading coating on the outside looking
Weird.
thing, and they very much looked like chicken nuggets to us. So
Oh, okay.
it was pretty. They were very good, and they had a variety of flavors, like the first picture I showed you guys.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I have any. Colleen's probably got a picture on our Facebook page or something.
I
Okay.
actually took. Oh, here it is. They are not. They are called Sylvanas.
Sylvanas.
They are not pulverons.
Oh.
Yeah, because they weren't shortbread. 100% they weren't
Oh,
shortbread.
okay.
There were like
Okay.
everybody's like, this doesn't make for good radio, guys. Sylvanas.
Savannah, don't you?
Oh, because these look like sandwich cookies.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were sandwich cookies with a
Oh,
with
I
a
s-
like heavy cream filling, and then
Wasabi.
the
Okay.
shortbread on, or not shortbread, the crumbs on the outside.
I must completely be confused because I snapped one in half. It had no filling at all. It was solid all the way through. That's wacky.
Not the ones that I had.
Oh,
So I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe you got a bad one.
the
or
ones
something.
we had with Chris.
Yeah, I have.
All right, I guess I'll be wrong.
You probably can't see this from here, but I'm
Yeah.
showing you a
Sure.
photo of the package that it came in.
Okay.
So
Exciting.
Wacky.
anyway, I really liked those cookies, but I couldn't. I was sad. I was hoping that that's what they would have at the grocery store, but they didn't. It was a tiny little store, but right
Oh.
near us in Culver City, and there are a lot of Philippine populations in the Los Angeles area, so I could try some other stores probably.
Yeah.
The Lady A sent Sean the recipe for the melted ice cream cookies that we talked about last week.
She did, and I have to forward it on.
And Sam says that his gas is $6 a gallon.
Wah.
So, wow.
Yeah, no thanks. I have
And
to put gas in mine soon, and I'm not looking forward to it. But
yeah, I do as well. Ghoulish Wasabi just joined us. And
Yeah, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess that that's about what Dawn paid, like $5.90, $6
out yonder
for
Yeah,
for
wow.
gas. Yeah, because he's probably got like a 20-gallon tank in his large vehicle.
and we forgot to say hi to Chris when Laura
Oh.
came on. Hey,
Oh,
Chris.
hi, Chris.
Oh, okay.
So then Sunday, I baked some cookies that were not Sylvanas, but they were really good. They were crispy oatmeal cookies with either butterscotch or white chocolate chips in them, because I didn't have enough of either to make up a whole batch. And went to my dance, which was pleasant, and no one fell and hit their head on the floor, which is what happened the last time I went. I didn't fall and hit my head on the floor. Someone else did. But that person was at this dance, so they've recovered. And then Sean and I on Tuesday went to go see Spamalot. And it was opening day. So that was fun.
Yeah, it was
Exactly.
it was pretty cool. We ran into some people that we knew, some people that we know were there that we did not run into, but sitting in the middle of the lobby, we ended up like standing next to Eric Idle, which was really bizarre.
It was fun.
Eric Idle and Mickey Dolenz, and they were like meeting,
Say what?
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
They were just like meeting and greeting and stuff, and it was really funny.
And as Sean pointed out, literally rubbing elbows with them.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was pretty great. And
Is Mickey Dolenz part of the show, as in like writing it or music?
no,
for it or
I
anything,
think
or
he just
what?
came to see it. I think he
Oh,
just
okay.
came to see it. I don't think he's connected with it at all.
Man.
So the best picture that I took, I feel like, is one of the ones that has Kathy in it. I mean, is just Kathy, not anybody else. So we ran into some people we knew there at the theater. The same people that we ran into the last time
Messenger
that we had been.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a couple too, and took a few after the show. So one of the benefits of being there opening night, of course, is that they come out and they do some stuff, and so let me add a couple.
Eric has finished his dishes and joined us.
Hey.
And thank you, Eric has subscribed at Tier 1.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, thanks, Eric.
For 26 months. Currently on a 25-month streak. What? That is crazy.
Wow.
Thank you, Eric.
Nuts.
And
All right.
Neat.
Oh, I don't have the selfie of us.
I sent it to you.
Colleen has. So here, we'll take a look at
It's in the chat.
some of the pictures in the chat.
They
here.
did, Laura, they did have a pram, but instead of saying I have to push the pram a lot, they said there was a baby in the pram.
An adult dressed as a baby.
Yeah, a baby who sang I go out in my pram a lot.
Right. So this is our friend Kathy. And if you...
I should send the one that has all four of you, too.
Where did it go? Come on. Don't do that to me. If you look behind Kathy, there's Eric Idle up over her head. And this is... I think I missed the other pictures, Colleen. So, no, I didn't. Just that one.
I'm sending one more right now. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It just takes me a while to get it off my phone.
Gosh darn it.
Okay, now I have sent it.
There we go. So this was at the end of the show when Eric Idle came out and made his thank yous and that sort of thing.
There you go.
And it was pretty much as you would have expected him to be.
Wow, you got a good picture.
And I have a good zoom on my camera.
Yeah.
And he was as nuts as you would hope that he would be. I actually got to meet Eric Idle when the Holy Grail was released, I think on DVD or Blu-ray or something. We went down to a local theater where they were doing a costume contest and showing the movie, which is where I figured out that when I fell asleep during the movie, I didn't really miss anything at home because I didn't fall asleep during the movie this time. This is the whole cast. There's only one main female character, which is the Lady of the Lake, who's in the center of the picture. She is amazing as a singer. She just completely knocked it out of the park. And there's a couple parts in the show where she gets to vamp a bit. And so she did Madonna, she did Wicked, she did Mariah Carey, a whole bunch of other songs as this sort of weird vampy part of her big main number, which is really cool. The King, see if I can zoom in on this a little bit. Nope, it's just gonna be weird to me. The King did a little bit of a Tim Curry impersonation in his role. Of course, the play is 21 years old, and when it was on Broadway, it had David Hyde Pierce as Brave Sir Robin, and it had Tim Curry as King Arthur. And so the King had a bit of a Tim Curry flair to him, which was pretty good.
Okay.
Every time I go to look at a different picture, it's gonna change. Here we go. So, they had a lot of projection stuff going on. For a traveling show, it was pretty good, and the sets worked really well. And they updated a lot of stuff, too. There were a lot of kind of political jokes in there of a liberal nature, as you would imagine.
Oh.
What?
Thanks, Owen. Sorry.
And
He's subscribed.
Oh, awesome.
That's
Thanks,
who Fun
Owen.
and Fancy Free Korea is. That's Owen.
Ah.
Woo! Yeah, so we had a pretty good time. I think the only bummer part about it was that we had to wolf down a meal over at Shake Shack.
Oh, you had to eat it beforehand or something, or
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We like ran over there, ate real fast, and then ran back.
Because the
Okay.
show starts at 7:30, and we parked at like 7, and then we had to
Oh.
walk like, I don't know, half a mile to get to the
Oh.
theater.
Yeah,
The heck?
traffic was
Well,
really
'cause,
bad.
parking, you have to find a.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
could have parked across the street for $90. But we parked a half a mile, which a half a mile's not really that far. It's like 6 blocks or 8 blocks or something like that.
Yeah.
And it, it just takes about 10 minutes. But when you only have a half an hour, that 10 minutes is a lot.
Yeah, we usually get there
Yeah,
really
yeah.
early. And in
Yeah.
fact, we encountered a thing last night that we've never encountered before, which is a line to get in. Because we're usually there early and
Yeah.
we just walk in with the flow of people.
Yes.
In this case, they were actually lined up out both sides of the theater.
Wow.
Yeah, it was wild.
And the show started a little late, I think,
Yeah.
because of it.
But,
Well, yeah.
most of the shows there start a little bit late. And I think that line might be usual.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we just don't see it because we get there on time.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's assigned seating, so,
Yeah.
Right?
But if you have to wait in a line, like, you can show up right on time if there's nobody in line. But if
Oh.
if everybody shows up right on time, then the whole show starts late. Which I've been noticing that most of the plays that we've been to there start 10 minutes late.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
the last play I think we have on our schedule for the Pantages
Okay.
Theater. It's a lovely theater. The productions are always really terrific.
The sound
The
quality
sound is terrible. Yeah, and so at first we thought it was us, and then it turned out that we went to like TripAdvisor and Reddit. There's a thread on Reddit about how terrible the audio quality in this theater is. The people we were with are also like, yeah, it really sucks. So it was super, super strange that, and so I think we're going to take a break from this theater because we've been going for the past few years. We've been getting this sort of discounted play subscriptions.
Although, to be honest, we've been going a lot this year. We overbought on the subscription to the play. Like,
Okay.
we bought more than we meant to.
Right.
And, like, yeah,
I think we
we had
had
to pay it off over time.
I think we had said these plays are the ones that we're interested in, and it ended up being purchased as these are all the plays we definitely want to see, and that was a problem. But yeah, so we're going to take a break from it and maybe see some plays in other venues around the city, and see if we have a better audio experience.
Yeah.
Because in Southern California, like a lot of the plays here, although I don't see that that Spamalot is going over there, but a lot of the plays will go to Pantages, and then they'll go to like the Seekerstrom Center in Orange County,
Yeah.
or something. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, they do I wonder if they do that at the Seegerstrom or not. Or,
Yeah, I don't
that
see
sort
it
of-
on their
that sort of play billing thing like that.
Their schedule. They're going to Houston next.
But the Seegerstrom had 6. I think the Seegerstrom has more musical acts than plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I mean is like how you have like a season you can buy. I wonder if they do that at the Seegerstrom too.
Oh, yeah, they do. All of those type of places do that.
I would expect everyone to do it. So I'm looking at the tour right now on spamalotthemusical.com, as you would imagine. So it runs to the 12th of April here in LA. And it was weird that we were there opening night. This happened on Beetlejuice too. And we didn't realize it at all. We're just like, we're going to see a play. And then it was like, oh, it's like opening night, which was strange. Houston, Texas, Fort Worth, St. Louis, Missouri, Chicago, Illinois, New Orleans, St. Paul, Minnesota, Fort Wayne, Indiana. So it's bouncing all over the place.
Wow.
It's going up to Maine in June. And so it looks like, oh my gosh, they're only doing 2 days in Maine. and
Wow.
3 days in Kentucky,
Gotcha.
2 days in Fort Wayne.
Is that Spamalot?
Yeah, some of these layovers are really short. That's crazy. I guess we're really lucky that we get it for so long in LA. Totally worth it if you're in LA, by the way, to come check it out. And if it comes to where you are, sometimes you go see a show and it's adequate, and the singers are adequate, and the staging is adequate. It's just like, okay. The staging was terrific, the sets were terrific, and the cast was way better than it had any right to be. They were really, really good, even though none of them were names you recognize.
Wow. Okay.
And that was like, they just got really, really talented people to put this thing on. I think the only thing that was really different from the Broadway version is John Cleese had done the voice of God, which is a Terry Gilliam style animation. And here I think it was a different thing, because in Broadway it stayed there forever and nothing really changed. And there's a point where God comes down and like gives them a hint to wrap up the show. And in our case here, it turned out to be seat number A101. So if you want the good seat in the theater and can pay for it, that's the seat you want to get.
Yeah.
And so they went down and they grabbed the guy from seat 101 and brought him up on stage and gave him a holy grail and did a bunch of stuff with him, which was really funny. And so in order to do that in all of these different touring locations, I think they have to have an actor play God so that they can change it for every single theater. And then they also have to change the graphics in every single theater, which is funny. So somebody's got their work cut out for them.
Wow.
Anyway, I knew it was like right up our alley. I think I enjoyed it more than I expected to.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we were pretty cranky about leaving the house.
Yeah.
So this week's been, I want to say this week's been harder than usual, but this year has been harder than usual.
That's what happened.
So
one of the things that happened to me during COVID is it made me stop and slow down. And so I lost the momentum I had of like event, let's do all this stuff, or working on projects or all of that kind of thing. And it slowed me down a lot, and I haven't quite recovered from that. And in fact, I'm not even entirely sure, and this is pure speculation on my part, I'm not even sure I've entirely recovered from the times I have had COVID, because I'm just like tired all the time. And like almost narcoleptic. Like today I was playing a game on my phone, and I kept falling asleep and hitting myself in the face with the phone.
Oh, okay.
It's like, Colleen's like,
Das Requiem. Wow.
Yeah, pretty much. She's like, you have to go take a real nap. So I did.
Yeah.
I went and took a real nap. Because, man, it was just crazy.
Oh, man.
all right, so that was
Thanks.
that was the week that was. Although Sean went to Disneyland yesterday, was there anything notable about your experience?
I got all of
I didn't
Jeff's
see him.
I got all of Jeff's messages about working after I left. So that was exciting.
Yeah.
Not because I didn't check my phone, but because they didn't show up on my phone.
Okay. Yeah,
so
figures.
I feel like their network was pretty wacky, as sometimes happens in a place that can have an attendance of 80 to 100,000 people. There was a long line for the Bluey show, which has just opened. So obviously I didn't mess with that. I was by myself. So when I first got there, I ran an errand for Colleen, and I didn't get to the park until about 4. And I got out of my car, and I'm walking towards the escalator on Mickey level, and this woman flags me down. She's like, do you work here? Do you work here? I'm like, I don't, but I come here a lot. Maybe I can help you if you have a question. And she says, yes, where's my car? Just not exactly the question I was expecting. More along the lines of where is my bathroom. But so she got there, she went to meet family, and she didn't take a picture of her parking spot, and she didn't remember where she had parked. All she remembered was that she went down a big escalator, and there are 3 of those into the parking structure, which is pretty funny. So she, I sort of like got information from her. What's her car look like? What does she remember about where she parked? What does the escalator feel like when she went down it? Did she go through a tiny escalator than a big escalator? Because that would put her on a completely different level. And once we got all that information, I'm like, well, I don't think that you're really on this level. I think you're parked above us. And why don't we just go look? And she's like, oh, I'll just keep wandering. Because she was going to go to security. And I don't think security can really help you find your car. That's sort of outside their purview. I don't see a lot of golf carts with people in them going up and down the rows looking for cars, because that's sort of what would need to happen. So we went down, and we went up the longest escalator up to Donald level, and we walked down the row she thought she was in Donald level, and we found her car. It was there, and of course she'd been walking around clicking her beeper trying to find it, and all the little things you do trying to get your car to alert you that it's there. So at least I got to start my day on a good deed, which was nice. And so felt pretty good about that. Popped into the park without any problem. Did a lot of walking, checked out some stuff, talked to some people, and on the way to downtown Disney, I got flagged down by Keisha. And Keisha was the cast member I talked to when I was trying to decide about renewing my pass and what way to go about it and that sort of thing. And so we were bouncing different ideas around. Judy and I were talking with Keisha and another cast member. And so eventually we went into the park. I sat down. We got the Disney credit card because it knocked $400 off the purchase of the annual pass. It's $600 now, by the way, if you want to do it. And so I told Keisha, I'm like, okay, I did renew the pass, obviously, because here I am and whatever. And so we were talking about all sorts of stuff, working at Disney, because she works for guest relations and ticketing and whatnot. She said that they are going to get rid of pretty much every ticket stand in the main Esplanade area. They've already knocked down 2 of them because they're putting Portos there. They're going to keep 1 open that will handle DAS and some ticketing. But right now, most of the ticketing is done at a ticket booth up against the outer wall of Disneyland, which is where Lost and Found is. So there's bathrooms, lockers, and then this window, which is where they used to do guest relations stuff for annual pass holders. And so now it's Lost and Found and ticketing. And so they're going to get rid of these big buildings that each have like 6 windows. I think that the 2 of them together, you can serve like 24 people, because everybody's buying their tickets online now. And the only thing people need to do in person is when they screw up. And I can't tell you how many people walked by and went, we're here with a group of 8 and 2 of our people couldn't get a reservation.
Oh, wow.
That was the common thing. So, it was kind of nice. Somebody came by who was a cast member supervisor, and she looked at me in my kilt talking to the cast members there, and she's like, "Why are you not working here? You should work here." And I'm like, "I would love to work here. Tell me what to do. I will fix that." That was pretty funny. We talked to a bunch of cast members about their allergies, which led us to talking about bananas, because somebody was allergic to bananas. And led us to the Savannah Bananas, which were there today.
Yes.
So today the Savannah Bananas completely took over Disneyland and DCA. They did an act in front of the castle. They did if it's not a real parade, they call them cavalcades, I think, at Disney. where it's like they put everybody on a bus and let them walk through the thing and drove
Yeah.
them through. They apparently had some sort of meet and greet over by the Bluey Theater now, and then they went over to DCA and did a bunch of other stuff. There was a Savannah Bananas pop-up store, and it was pretty cool. And in fact, I put a thing in our document over here that while we're sort of talking about it, Disney said, and if you don't know what the Savannah Bananas are, if I didn't adequately explain it or you enjoyed the show late, if you know the Harlem Globetrotters, the Savannah Bananas are to baseball what the Harlem Globetrotters are to basketball. They are an exhibition team. There's a whole bunch of Banana Ball Championship League teams now. The Indianapolis Clowns came today, apparently. They had banana-themed treats, which is kind of interesting. So they did a big performance in front of Sleeping Beauty Castle at 10 this morning. The cavalcade was at 12:30. Then they went to DCA for a performance in front of the World of Color viewing area.
Oh boy, yeah. Before I got there today, I was because I worked 1:30 to 5:30.
Oh, okay.
Or, sorry, 1:30 to 6:30. Sorry.
So this was all just in your way.
It was like I got there right after it. So my day was not exciting with Savannah Bananas. My day was parking strollers for about 5 hours.
Oh my God! And we heard the
Yeah.
strollers were everywhere, especially over
Terrible.
by Bluey. It was really tough. You had to get a virtual queue, by the way, to do some of this stuff. So you had to jump on the app at 9 a.m. and try to get a reservation time, and you get like a boarding group assigned, and then you would get a wristband. And that would let you then go in and meet players for photos and things like that. So if you didn't get the virtual queue, you were hosed. They had banana pudding at the Hungry Bear.
Of course.
They had a frozen banana at various carts. Regular bananas at the fruit carts, but I'm pretty sure that's normal.
They used to have frozen bananas all over the park a long time ago.
Right, the banana congelé,
anymore.
man. That was great. I loved those things when I was a kid. That was
They're
better.
like chocolate covered, frozen. Yeah.
Yeah, to me, that was better than like a Mickey Mouse ice cream or something. That was,
They had frozen bananas when we were walking through DCA to get Ghirardelli ice cream.
yeah.
There was a cart that had frozen bananas.
Yeah, they used to be at like almost every cart. Like
Yeah.
I remember when we went to see the Phantasmic preview in 1992, and the whole park had been shut down for KLOS. It was a Mark and Brian event, and all the rides were open. The show was a preview of the Phantasmic show, and everything in the park was free. So if you wanted to go up to an ice cream cart, you could get free ice cream, and it was crazy. And they had frozen bananas absolutely everywhere, which was like super cool. But yeah, I don't see them so much anymore. But yeah, you're right. We did see them in DCA, so they do still exist.
Yes.
And the fruit carts always have bananas. So that wasn't exactly. That was just a place you could get a banana. Clarabelle's hand scooped ice cream over at DCA had milk chocolate dipped frozen banana with toffee pieces, caramel sauce, and white chocolate drizzle.
Well, that sounds tasty.
Mickey shaped banana hazelnut waffles at Schmoozies. Banana caramel bread pudding at Aunt Cass's Cafe. Banana brulee tart at Wine Country Trattoria. Frozen banana mudslide cocktail, which is vodka, Kahlua, Bailey's, and banana liqueur at Wine Country. Add banana cold foam to any drink, the cappuccino cart. And then more bananas and frozen bananas. And then Downtown Disney had a bunch of stuff too. Black Tap Craft had a shake. Bananas Foster over at the Jazz Kitchen. Banana cannoli at Naples. the No Drama Bahama, which was a non-alcoholic banana pineapple grenadine drink. More banana pudding, caged bird cocktail. Salt and Straw had something called the Banana Stardust, which was banana custard with caramel and Rice Krispie Crunch.
That sounds good.
So yeah, all sorts of really. And then they had the pop-up shop, which sold shirts, hats, novelties, gifts, things like that. And a limited edition Savannah Bananas Disney T-shirt, as you would expect, and a collectible pin, which surprises no one. And that's open for 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to get there till they close.
Yeah.
So, and they gave out a card, like a 3D pop-up card, or maybe you had to buy it at Love Pop, which makes those 3D cards that you send people. Very cool. Anyway, it sounded like a really fun event. I was very sad to miss it. And Keisha, who I mentioned before, had a plan of action. She's like, I'm getting here at this time. I'm parking. I'm going here. I'm going to do this at this time, this at this time, this at this time, this at this time. It was amazing. She just had this full-on organized.
So is Keisha
plan.
an employee?
Yeah, she's
a cast member.
She's a cast member. And I only know her from, walking by. She recognized me in the Kilt, and called me over as I was walking out of the park and into downtown Disney. So we ended up talking for quite a while. Other cast members kept coming in and out, supervisors and stuff. And she was in front of the Lost and Found and ticketing booth, just giving information. Although it was very funny, she's like, we're talking, and she's like, hold on, I have to stop a fire-breathing dragon. And she walks away. And I'm like, what? Someone was smoking in the Esplanade.
Oh, nice.
Which was great. So she was on. Yeah, she was super sweet. Really fun to talk to her. And she was the one who was giving me the hard sell to renew my pass this year.
Okay.
Back in, September when I had to renew my pass.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Today,
Let's see.
Today, like every day, the most thing asked for me was, where's this Smuggler's Run at? That's what I was asked mostly
because
today.
That's right next to the submarine ride.
Smuggler's Run, yeah. But because I was Fantasyland, guest control today.
Oh.
So I was basically, that's where I was in. Literally in Fantasyland parking strollers today for 5 hours.
I was wondering why you were parking strollers so much.
Yeah.
Boo.
So, literally most of the questions I had were, how do I get into Star Wars Land V or whatever.
Right.
So, and, just keep going. Hang a right.
Let me jump in here real quick. Remind you guys that you're listening to sci-fi.radio. If you are listening to us on the interwebs, sci-fi.radio is our URL. You can go there for news and show schedule and things like that. We're doing all sorts of live shows and stuff over there. So it's not just us. I've got a morning show from 9 to 11 you can tune into Monday through Friday and things like that. And, of course, they are listener-supported, so heed their Patreon button if you'd be so kind. If you're watching us, then you're seeing us on Facebook or Twitch or YouTube. All of those are pretty good. Like or subscribe or say hi or do whatever. Kit keeps our documents in order for the week and all the cool stuff that we talk about and things like that. Baseball season starts today, so Kit will be in and out of the show as she works the baseball season. And actually, there's a new local baseball team that are called the Tower Buzzers in Ontario, and it's a weird name. It's too many syllables.
Yeah.
So I feel they'll just call them the Buzzers or something, but the Tower Buzzers is it's too long, guys. So there's that, and the Quakes, and there's all sorts of baseball going on around here. Jeff and I will be going to some of those games. We'll keep you posted on that too. And to answer this show also is Docking Bay 94. I'm Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
This is just Solid Donoho.
I'm calling Kaylee Crosby.
There you go. Now you know who we are. And to answer a quick question from Zach, who's popping in, and since we're at the top of the hour, it is Wondercon this weekend.
Oh, jeez.
Jeff's cookie. I don't know if they can see me. There it is.
That's very large.
We can't see
Okay,
it.
yeah, they're like this.
Oh, wait, there we go.
They just brought me a.
It keeps going invisible because of Jeff's background. All right, we can kind of see it. There it is.
Can you see it now?
It's pie-sized. It's a pie-sized
Wow, yum.
Yeah.
I used to love-
That's why they kept posting in the chat Jeff's cookie. I'm like, oh dear.
I used to love the Toll House
Yeah.
pie that they had at, was it Murray Callender's? It was the place where we got a grape on our pie.
Oh, Coco's.
Coco's, yeah. Oh my gosh, so good.
The place where we got a grape on our pie. That is a story for another day.
Yeah. Where did you get a cookie like that, Jeff?
Apparently they got it from Pizza Hut.
Oh, I see.
So, yeah.
So you didn't know that the cookie existed until they brought it to you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, well, fun.
But they can't call it a Pitsuki because that is trademarked by BJ's.
Okay.
It's also
No,
not
it's just
very
a
good. So
Cookie.
we got that. I was going to say for the people who tune in for the second hour that Jeff and I are going to WonderCon, so we will be there because Zach asked over on the chat, and so yeah, we should be there Saturday. We didn't make plans to go Friday.
Yeah.
Are you working tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm off tomorrow.
You're off
Yeah.
tomorrow. Okay. We didn't make any
I'm
plans.
gonna get a little. Sorry, I'm gonna get a haircut in the morning and then whatever after.
Okay. Cool. Well, I have a show in the morning, and so we didn't make any sort of plans yet. But we'll talk about it after the show. We haven't decided what we're wearing either. If we're going to do Star Wars or Ghostbusters or Jaws or Indy or anything. So
Yeah.
haven't selected a costume.
I know.
But we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so are we ready to start on Star Wars?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit it, Jeff.
Okay. Let me see if I can get around here. There we go. Okay. I only have one birthday history this time. And that is March 21st, 1931. That's when Al Williamson was born. And yes, he worked on the Star Wars Daily comic and then other comic adaptations for Empire Strikes Back and Jedi. And, you know, like we've talked about him before, you know, and I love his artwork. It's like, you know, it's really, you know, but mostly because probably a lot of the ink lines and stuff, but just how he captures an image, you know.
This is Al Williamson.
Yes, Al Williamson.
Yeah. So the best thing for me about Al Williamson is that largely his art looks like the characters he's trying to portray. And that wasn't true of a majority of the artists who worked on Star Wars. And I'm calling up a piece of Al Williamson art right now. And of course, he used to do Flash Gordon. He used to do all sorts of stuff. And so I'm trying to come up with Star Wars, and largely what I'm getting is this thing isn't going to be any help at all. Largely, his hardware is like pristine, and his characters maybe a little less so.
Yeah.
But here's an Al Williamson splash page that and you know, the Millennium Falcon's pretty on the nose, and in fact it looks like the Falcon from the movie and not the one from the toy company, which was a problem with a lot of artists because they used the toy company, the toys, as reference when they did their thing. And then you know, his Han and Chewie, which of course are blocked by our face. Here, let me do that. Han and Chewie look like Han and Chewie. It looks like Harrison Ford. He's got a good concept of hair. But Chewie doesn't look like some big old weird mass of something. Al Williamson was just an absolutely phenomenal artist.
Oh yeah.
Here, I'll do one more. I wish these were a little bit of a higher quality, but they're a little wacky.
But man, I love the ink work and everything in there. It's so good.
Yeah, and it's just
Jesus.
Absolutely incredible. And so you can see 3PO in there. There's Ewoks. There's R2. Han and Luke look like Han and Luke.
The bottom there.
I'll get rid of us again too.
Jeez.
I mean, that looks like Carrie Fisher. So his run of the comics are just about my favorite ones because the quality of the art just really sells the story. And I'll freely admit, I am a super comic art snob. I love my art to be really good, and this is the top for me. Is Al Williamson. He's just Al Williamson, Bernie Wrightson. There's a couple of people who are just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
So.
And that's because there's a whole book about Al Williamson's work that he did on Flash Gordon, and the whole thing is edited by Mark Schultz, who did like Cadillacs and Dinosaurs and Xenozoic Tales, and you can see that that pretty much shows you there's a huge influence that Mark took from Al's work, because you can see a lot of that, the how he draws the characters and how the dark lining and stuff and his inking very, very much influenced Mark's work. So
and
really good.
Al Williamson also did. Oh my gosh, that's too big. Hold on. I found the super high resolution version of this. Al Williamson did the daily comic strips.
Yes.
For Star Wars 2. So you got him in your newspaper. So here you go. And he understood the hardware of the universe. The Stormtrooper's gun looks like an E11. The armor looks good. Vader looks like Vader. It just everything was just dead on.
Amazingly good.
Yeah. So absolutely loved his run.
Yeah. Love really good stuff. Really, really amazing work.
Neat, but just do a search for his name for Al Williamson, and there's so much stuff online that comes up.
Yeah,
and they released a bunch of these comics in what they call artist editions, and so there's like the Empire Strikes Back artist edition. And a lot of these comics ran really far. So they're like 104 pages to do just the Empire Strikes Back. And that kind of thing. So
and the dailies and such too.
I mean, these guys were so busy.
Yeah.
But anyway, tremendous stuff. It definitely had an effect on me as a kid.
Yeah. History. We have March 23rd, 1976. That's where when they were shooting on location in Tunisia, and for New Hope, and it was hit with the worst winter rainstorm in 50 years.
I saw a thing on Facebook, a reel about that first shoot that I don't know whether it was real or not, but they said that a bordering country to Tunisia threatened to start bombing Tunisia if they didn't pull back their military vehicles from the border area. And the military vehicles was a half-built, not a walker,
it was the Sandcrawler.
The Sandcrawler,
which looked like a tank.
But it was only halfway built.
Right, they didn't build the top of it. So basically what they had is they had a platform with gigantic tank treads at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And so from a surveillance standpoint, it probably did look like a war weapon. The bordering country would have been Libya.
Yeah.
Muammar Gaddafi.
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting.
For those of us of an age to remember Muammar Gaddafi.
Yeah, and so if you look at the Sandcrawler, there's like a little angled. There's the treads, and there's a little angled thing at the bottom with a line that goes all the way across it, and that is where they stopped building, and then the rest of it was a painting and a model and a thing like that. And so, I don't think it was too serious of a thing.
Yeah.
But they still moved to a different place just to make Libya feel safe.
Yeah.
Just invite them over. It's a set. Oh, okay.
Right.
So, a question about this winter rainstorm. How long was the shoot shut down for? If it was the first winter rainstorm in 50 years.
Yeah.
Do we know?
I know that at least what they were saying, like the rain was going horizontal, and they had to like wait till the next day to try and shoot. But like, I don't know if it was the next day or not, but I know that like much of the sets that they built, they had to go back in and rebuild a whole lot of stuff because it just trashed them.
I remember them also having a similar problem when they were shooting on the glacier in The Empire Strikes Back. In Finse, which was kind of funny.
Yeah, I think even Force Awakens had an issue too.
It says here it was several days. It doesn't say how long though.
And they also say that it came out of nowhere. So it basically everything turned into mud.
Yeah.
Sandy mud.
Well, that's weird because The Empire Strikes Back, when they were in Norway, they were hindered by the worst winter storm in 50 years. With temperatures dropping to negative 29 Celsius and 18 feet of snow.
That was the glacier I just talked about. It's just like seems like a thing for
and
Star
the
Wars.
Phantom Menace had a sandstorm, but it wasn't the worst one in 50 years. So
no, but the sandstorm was so bad it blew all their tents everywhere. They lost costumes, they lost makeup stuff, and in fact, apparently they had to run and chase down Qui-Gon Jinn's beard.
The Force Awakens was shut down for 2 weeks in 2014, but that was Harrison Ford's broken leg.
Yeah, that was J.J. Abrams' fault. He closed the door on Harrison Ford, apparently.
Oh my God, it was actually him.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's good thing it wasn't a PA or anything. They would have like never worked again.
Oh my God! Would you not just feel terrible that you broke Harrison Ford?
I mean,
I know,
I'm sure J.J. Abrams felt terrible.
Right.
I will imagine.
Yeah.
Good grief.
All the rest of the articles that I find are about the Rise of the Resistance closing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this says that J.J. Abrams was injured trying to help Harrison Ford.
So maybe he didn't do it.
He pulled his back trying to get the door off of Harrison Ford. And he broke his L4 vertebra.
Oh my God!
Ah, jeez Louise! The heck!
Wow, that's crazy. As you would imagine, it caused a temporary halt in production, and the production company was fined $2 million for health and safety violations.
You know, the thing that's going to stand out to me though is having to chase after Qui-Gon Jinn's beard.
I know, right?
It's funny.
It's just like, when you do theatrical quality makeup beards, they're hair sewn to lace, and so they're very light and very fluffy, and the lace is glued to the face so that the hair can stand out realistically, and so that was what I remember from that. Although, can I say that Qui-Gon's beard sounds like a band name?
I know. What the?
Yeah, or some sort of a parable or something. The Parable of Qui-Gon's Beard.
Right.
Oh dear.
I'm looking up to verify the story. I don't remember where I read it, and everything I'm getting about Qui-Gon Jinn beard comes up with Lego. apparently, because his beard was like painted the
Oh
wrong
my gosh.
cover.
I saw a little thing on how to build a mini blaster from Star Wars out of Lego today.
Oh yeah,
It was so cute. It was like little tiny.
that's funny.
Jeff, while Sean is
Yes.
looking that up, you want to talk about the next thing?
The other two?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, sorry. March 24th, 1976. Alec Guinness and his wife, they arrived in Tozier to start filming his scenes as Obi-Wan in A New Hope. And
Wait.
our last one.
I want to say that.
is-
Hang on.
Huh?
Alec Guinness's wife's name was Marula Solomon.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that because
Okay.
I hate being called "and wife."
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I mean, I'm not going. I'm going off of what's in the doc.
Oh no,
so I
totally.
could've-
No, it's
could've
not your
looked it up,
fault.
yeah.
I just wanted the chance to say that Alec Guinness's
Yeah.
wife was named Marilla
yeah.
Solomon, and
Yeah.
they were married from 1938 to the time that one of them died. I don't know which one of them
Oh,
died
man.
first.
What
Yeah.
year?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
They
Yeah,
were
come on,
married
yeah.
in 1938, and then Alec Guinness died in the year 2000, and I don't know what year his wife died.
Oh, okay.
No.
I didn't know if it gave you
Yeah.
any date.
Yeah.
Nope.
She doesn't have a Wikipedia
Okay.
entry.
I would have clicked on that had she had one.
Okay. And the last one, which was the last bit of it, is March 25th, 1976, the next day. Variety reports that Alec Guinness was cast in Star Wars as an old desert rat. Really?
Nice.
Who once was a general, now, Galactic Horse. I'm like, an old desert rat? Really? Old bearded desert rat?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Lady Guinness, as she is known,
Ooh.
apparently also died in 2000.
Aw.
Aw.
They were married for 68 years.
That's amazing.
Wow.
She died 2 months after he did.
If you've been
Ki-
married to
kinda what
somebody for
happens.
68 years and they die, I mean,
She
kind of
was
going to go, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, she was in poor health. She was 86 when she passed.
Hmm.
And 1938 to 2000. Gosh, that's insane.
Yeah. Last bit of Star Wars stuff is it's not, I mean, technically it's news. I don't know if it's actually news, though. The headline is that John Boyega has talked to Dave Filoni about a Star Wars return.
Yeah.
And I haven't read the article, and yet every time I read a story that has that type of headline, it's always like, oh, he was on a talk show and they asked him, have you ever, it's not actual news.
Right. This
Yeah,
did
it's
get
some MegaCon.
this did get filtered through Variety, whom I
Yeah.
do trust to an extent. And so he says that he's talked to Dave Filoni about coming back because he feels like the change in leadership might be different.
So they got it from Variety, but it came to Variety from Screen
From
Rant.
Screen Rant, yeah.
And
Yeah.
John Boyega confirmed to Star Wars fans, and Star Wars is in quotes for some weird reason,
Yeah.
at MegaCon in Orlando that he spoke to him. So it's like, I don't know, at a convention,
Yeah,
they say, have
Yeah.
you ever?
The chain of stuff is kind of a little wobbly.
Yeah.
So because
It's literally, yeah.
Boyega's always like, I'm
He
done
said
with
something.
Star Wars. Oh, I guess I'd come back. No, I'm done with Star
Oh,
Wars.
here we go. What happened was a fan yelled out to Boyega to get Dave on the phone after he was asked about returning to Star Wars as Finn. And the actor said, I actually have, actually. That is, that sentence is what all this
The
list
whole
of-
article is about. There we
Yeah,
go.
Yeah,
and
that's
it
it.
like
Him, I actually have
3 different news
That's it.
stories about it because we're also desperate for Star Wars news.
That is really
It's
funny.
basically this lengthy thing about people, the change in leadership and all this stuff. And I'm like, nothing was in that, that convention. It was just him saying, "I have actually."
Yeah.
I'm really.
So funny.
So just weak. I don't know.
Yeah. Theme parks.
Just a quick update on Liam Neeson.
He still have his
no.
beard?
His beard and his wig apparently had to be tracked down after this
Oh my
the storm.
gosh.
And
I mean, did he ever grow a beard after that? Gotta wonder.
did Ra's al Ghul have one? I don't know.
He would have. I think he had like some short stubble, not stubble, but short facial hair.
He had like a goatee or something. Anyway,
yeah.
because of that story, a lot of fans were like, we'll go back and watch the movie and see if they can spot his the hairline and the wig and beard application.
Yeah.
Before we move on to theme parks, thanks to
Oh.
Lizzie May, who has subscribed at Tier 1, and they've been subscribing for
Liz, thank you, Liz.
18 months.
Wow, heroes,
What?
total heroes.
You guys
Yeah.
are crazy. Thank you.
I
Awesome.
did find just for you, Jeff. IGN has an article from 2010 about the many
Uh-oh.
beards of Liam Neeson. So it is pre-Star Wars, but it covers Krull from 1983,
Oh, wow.
where he's an escaped convict. Rob Roy, where he has what they call the Scottish Pride beard. Oh no, it does cover Star Wars. The Jedi face suit is what they call it for the Phantom Menace. The Crusader beard, Kingdom of Heaven, 2005.
Wow.
The We Should Have Seen It Coming beard from Batman Begins in 2005. That's the Ra's al Ghul one.
Yeah.
It's a goatee he's got.
Yeah.
There's for Kraken releasing beard from Clash of the Titans in 2010. And then they go on to talk about the Abraham Lincoln beard and how Liam Neeson seems
Weird.
to rock that kind of style. Pretty funny,
Okay then.
right?
Wow.
Poor Liam Neeson.
I don't know. I think he probably got enough money.
That's
in
what I
these
was
things
thinking.
to
It's
make
like
up for
I'm
that.
sure he doesn't care at all because he's, and he's got plenty of roles where he did not have a beard, like
Yeah.
Dark Man, where he had to wear a bag over.
That's
his head.
right.
Theme park news. Bees take over at Disneyland. And there
Yeah.
were some bees swarming on March 23rd, which was Monday. It looks like they were in Main Street in a tree. They
yeah.
created a hive there, and I would imagine that by opening on May 24th, that there were no longer any bees.
Yeah, Judy and I have stopped there to take pictures of the flowers in the trees and the birds that are there.
Uh-huh.
And the bees
that
and-
whole stretch, which goes around
Plaza Inn.
the Plaza Inn to Tomorrowland, and there's usually there's a couple of customer service umbrellas and things like that there, and it's where people line up for the corn dogs, which is what makes these bees a problem. Because there's the corn dog cart, and everybody lines up for corn bar.
And the bees are like,
Oh,
Yeah,
corn dog.
I saw
Corn dog
nothing.
bees.
Nothing regarding bees at all. I saw no cast members there trying to do anything, so they obviously cleared it quickly.
It looks like on Monday they had a couple of cast members stationed near the tree to just keep an eye on things, but
Yeah.
they didn't close off any of the pathways or anything else.
And what's interesting is that they appear to be there, but they don't appear to be in an actual hive.
The person who posted the picture says that they could see a large beehive among the tree's branches.
Well, if it's a
yeah.
hive, it's a weird kind of beehive.
Oh.
So I'm showing.
Yeah,
it-
this is just like 100% bees.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
But that's what it looks like when they're swarming.
So I wonder if they were starting to build a hive or they were in transit to go somewhere else to build a new hive. Because a lot of
This is
times,
just like a rest zone.
yeah, they'll follow the queen somewhere till they
Yeah.
find a place that they decide is a good place to camp out.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of interesting. And
Interesting.
yeah, some of the
wow.
pictures here show the bees everywhere. I mean, honestly, why were they not in Bayou country over by Winnie the Pooh?
Right?
I
mean,
know.
I think
Well, yeah.
that would have been the
Well,
perfect.
They were
where they should be.
lost. And Jedi Lorene assures us that bees don't eat hot dogs.
They don't.
Oh, well.
I was much
Yeah.
more worried about the
I mean, you know,
people
they might
in
want the
line
bread part, you never
being
know.
attacked
Or the
by
hot
bees.
dog.
I am apparently allergic to bees. I've had bad reactions to bee stings over the years. So this would not have been an ideal day for me.
And our last theme park item, again, we're sticking with California, is that Disneyland is testing changes to mobile food orders to reduce crowds and limit resellers. And of course, the resellers are for the merch that you can buy on mobile order, not for the
Yeah.
food. They're not
Right.
reselling
Sippers,
corn dogs.
popcorn buckets,
Yeah.
things
So
like
the-
that.
What they're
Oh my
doing
gosh.
is I'm trying to remember. I did read this, I swear. On March 22nd.
What they're trying to do is you have to be within a certain range of
That's
the
what it
place
was,
where
yeah.
you're going to pick up your food in order to place the order. So as opposed to like placing an order for something outside in downtown Disney and then going into the park and picking it up, you have to be within a certain geo-locked range, and we don't know what these are yet. But I usually tend to go near where I'm going to buy things anyway. Like when Colleen and
Yeah.
I were there last week, she went and got the questionable Monte Cristo, and I went to go get us mint juleps. And there was an insanely long line, so I stood next to the mint julep place. I ordered them through the app, and then kept requesting a new time until it told me to tell it I was there. And then I said it was
Okay.
there. I waited about 10 minutes, and I got my drinks. But a lot of people will be, in line for Rise of the Resistance, and then go, oh, I want to get cookies over at the Harbor Galley, over by the Haunted Mansion. Let's put in the order now, and then
And then walk over there.
walk over there and
Yeah,
get
I've
them.
done that before.
Yeah, and so it'll probably curtail that sort of thing, which I think is a big inconvenience. I am a fan of them making you order limited edition things like this Bluey sipper that we're looking at here
I mean,
The way
in the
they're
app.
one of the ways they're limiting though is that they are only allowing one mobile order per restaurant per day. So this example here says if you order at Troubadour Tavern, if the same guest tries to order something they forgot, like, oh, I forgot a drink, you can't mobile order. You have to stand in line.
that's
but
all it is.
the limiting of buying items they're doing too, which is
Oh.
good. I believe they're
Hopefully
good.
they're just, yeah.
Yeah, so
I would think the buying items thing, they would just say you could only have this many or something.
Yeah, and you'd think that they would make it, like, so they scan your ticket and you
Yeah.
can't buy more than one.
that's what I
or
think
two,
they
or
should
whatever
do.
their
Exactly.
limit is.
Because I've seen Disney take people out of the Esplanade between the two parks who basically had like 12 popcorn buckets that they were selling to people out there.
Yeah.
And it's
or,
like,
yeah.
and there's always
Yeah.
these pictures of people walking out of the parks with like 12 to 20 popcorn buckets hanging all over them. Like it's limited to 2 per person, but they just keep going back through the line. And then
Yep.
they go sell them on eBay, which is a real drag. And so like my
Yeah.
friend Judy, who doesn't collect these things at all, decided she wanted the Fun Wheel popcorn bucket, which it's the Ferris wheel over at DCA, and
Yes.
she couldn't get her hands on one but there was a guy in the Esplanade selling 12 of them.
Well, of course.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
and for Judy to say, hey, I'm going to pony up $50-$60 for this thing because I think it's super cool, it was kind of special for her. And she didn't get a chance to do it. And then she had to go look online. And, of course, she's not going to pay those prices. So she ended up not getting one at all. And that's just kind of sad. I think it's very counterintuitive to a very guest experience-based company.
Yeah, it's a very crummy thing to have. I mean, that's what they do in Florida too, So
Yeah. So
hopefully they'll do it where they have to present like their ticket, like Colleen says, and then it's linked to their ticket, so they can only buy one.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
and
it.
we know they have the technology to do that.
Sure.
So
Of course
Yeah.
they do.
it's not like it would be
Exactly.
a big thing. Ghoulish Wasabi says that there are other parks that are adopting the mobile ordering platform like Dollywood.
Yeah.
Is that just allowing mobile ordering, or is that
Yeah.
you have to be standing where you are to order it?
Just-
No, I think that's
mobile
just
Just-
adopting mobile ordering.
Yeah. I have nothing against the mobile ordering thing. I think it's wonderful. I have used it to really good advantage in the park, and I will say that it has been really handy to because you don't always get a fast time. Now, if this standing next to where you're mobile ordering speeds up the delivery of the food, then that could be a good thing. But in a lot of cases, you'll go to look at the mobile order, and your time frame for mobile ordering will be an hour and 15 minutes out.
Yeah.
And it's like, come back an hour later for your food. That's kind of tough, especially for people who have blood sugar issues and things and forgot to eat or were in line for too long and need food now. And that's crazy. But again, like I said, I took really good advantage of the mobile ordering when we were getting mint juleps out over by Tiana's at the window, where you can get beignets and mint juleps. And there was a massive switchback line. They've made the line really long now because so many people are going there. And there was a line that probably would have taken me 30 minutes to get through. And then I managed to do it in 10 using the mobile ordering and refreshing it till I got an immediate return time.
And I wonder if they've changed the recipe or if it's my tastes have changed, because I didn't think it was that good.
It might have changed. We might have gotten a week one. They didn't throw a cherry in it this time, which they usually there's cherry and mint and I think we had a lime in it maybe.
Yeah.
But they used to be a little more festive, and I think they used to be a little more minty. The last time I ate at Cafe Orleans, where they have bottomless mint juleps, by the way.
There you go.
They were stronger and very good. So we could have just gotten a weak batch. It's like the hot chocolate. Sometimes you get a really weak one, and it sucks because they're at the bottom of the tank or there's something going on. We've had strong hot chocolate and weak hot chocolate, and have had to take it back to the window and go, taste this and tell us if you think it's as awful as we do.
Yeah.
And then they replace
Dishwater.
it. And they replace it, and
It's
it
like, oops,
tastes
we
normal.
gave you dishwater instead of hot chocolate.
Right, right,
Super gross.
exactly.
Sean, you want to take the rest in peace section?
I will indeed. Let's see here. Some really kind of interesting people that we lost. Just today, we lost Dash Crofts from the band Seals and Crofts. They did the Summer Breeze song in the 70s and things like that. Kind of cool yacht rock kind of stuff. And Jim Seals has already passed away in 2022. He was 80 years old. But they had a pretty cool sound. I'll have to play some music on his behalf tomorrow. They were a pretty unique act. At the age of 63, we lost Sam Keith. Talking about comic book artists, Sam Keith did The Sandman, Neil Gaiman. But the thing I liked from him, which was so left field and bizarre, was The Max for Image Comics.
Yes.
MTV had a Liquid Television cartoon series based on it, which largely took the art and translated it over. There was a pretty successful line of action figures by Todd McFarlane, which were really good. It was this weird kind of niche thing that was just really very cool. Anyway, he's done all sorts of stuff. Did a pilot for Cow and Chicken. He worked with Roger Corman and did a film that he directed called Take It to the Limit, which was cool. And he contributed to 2000 AD, which is the British version of Heavy Metal. And he did Judge Dredd stories for them, Batman and Lobo, and things like that, like all sorts of great stuff. And he had retired a while back, and he's survived by his wife Kathy. And he had Lewy body dementia, which I imagine must just be horrible for an artist.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the thing that Robin Williams had that he was very worried about?
I think so.
I think it was the same thing. At the age of 51, Carrie Ann Fleming has passed away. She was in iZombie, and she was in Supernatural.
Yeah.
She was married to Jim Beaver on the show. Played husband and wife, and
okay.
she passed away of cancer, unfortunately. And as actors they bonded pretty tightly because strangely, coincidentally, they both have daughters with the same names, which was kind of funny. But anyway, Jim Beaver broke the news. Valerie Perrin passed away at the age of 82. She was Miss Tessmacher in Superman with Christopher Reeve and Gene Hackman. She was nominated for an Oscar for the Lenny Bruce biopic Lenny, and she passed away from complications of Parkinson's disease. But of course, it's just really Miss Tessmacher is a tour de force performance of just goofy, dippy sidekick energy. She was absolutely terrific. And she had to put up with Gene Hackman yelling at her all the time. Passing away at the age of 54 was Nicholas Brendan, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was in Criminal Minds doing some stuff. He was in Psycho Beach Party. And, of course, he was Xander on the show. And so he did 7 seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer as the nerdy dork who eventually kind of grew into a good good person. He has had depression and emotional issues and things like that. And it was he has a twin brother who also starred on the show with him whenever they needed a duplicate of Nick Brendan, which was like really kind of crazy. So it's not saying what he passed from, but he had a congenital heart defect, had a heart attack in 2023, had several spinal surgeries and things like that. So I will assume that he just sort of passed in his sleep. I don't see anything untoward there. Hollywood Reporter is where I got my information, and of course the big one that everybody heard from this past week was Walker, Texas Ranger, combatant with Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, passed away at the age of 86. The Chuck Norris jokes have not stopped, of course. And so it's like jokes like Chuck Norris actually died 10 years ago, but, God finally allowed it. And things like that. An interesting guy. He was very zen and very live and let live back in the Bruce Lee days. As time went on, he got more and more stodgy in his beliefs and whatnot, which was kind of sad. And he was in trouble for some bigotry and things like that, which was a little bit strange coming from the Texas Ranger, whom I always think of the Lone Ranger, whereas the actor who played the Lone Ranger, Clayton Moore, followed the Lone Ranger code until he passed, which was really kind of an interesting thing. But anyway, lots of fans, of course, for Chuck Norris, who kept working, which was pretty great. So, although for somebody so physically active and whatnot, 86 seems a tad on the young side to me. So, but yeah, that was pretty big news this week. There was a Room 222 episode. I don't know if you remember the show Room 222, which was about college students, this college drama like in the 70s. And Chuck Norris played himself in the episode as a martial arts teacher, and they recycled like martial arts plot 1B, which is a kid is bullied and not well thought of, and so he goes to a martial arts class, he learns martial arts, becomes very good at it, and then goes back to beat up the bully to get revenge. And of course, Chuck Norris was there to tell him that's not the way, which was pretty funny. So I always remember that one from
Fox.Trot Joe says it was all the hate in his heart that made him die.
That made him die early. It could be. It's that one of the drawbacks to social media and being connected on the internet, all of this kind of stuff, is that we do learn a little too much about our heroes. We had a similar problem when Hulk Hogan died, and I knew so many people who absolutely loved Hulk Hogan, who then went on to show that he was kind of a turd in video, not just people talking about him saying he did terrible stuff. It was all on in video, his bad behavior and things like that. And like sometimes with TMZ hunting you down to show you at your worst, it's really kind of a bummer.
Falcon Flyer wants to know if our AC is broken, and the answer is we don't have AC. And
we don't. Do we look hot?
I've been fanning myself.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I am a woman of a certain age.
Right.
I find myself becoming instantly hot, and then suddenly I'm freezing again, and then instantly hot again.
I do
it's
have
super
a
fun. Good
fan
times.
over here I can turn on.
But it makes noise.
Oh, so what? It's fine.
So.
And it has a remote control. Haha.
Yeah.
Rose.
Yep.
Jeff, what do you want to talk about?
Yes. Let's see here. The Punisher was in the first season of the Daredevil Born Again. Is of course going to be in the new Spider-Man coming out. If you saw the trailer, he's in the trailer for Brand New Day. And his one shot they're putting out for the Punisher, is coming out after the season 2 finale of Daredevil Born Again.
Wow.
So they're going to play the new one, which is called One Last Kill. And it's a Punisher one shot, but I haven't heard it gotten a lot of plot details really. I can't see him just going in and shooting people and that's your show. There's got to be something that they made it so they would make a one shot for the Punisher for this that I'm going to hazard a guess, leads into the Spider-Man movie in some way, but I don't know. they've given out nothing.
Wow.
So, but you know, I like the one. You know, I liked the golly, the my favorite thing that Marvel has done as a movie is a Marvel one shot, and that's Werewolf by Night. You know, I love a lot of the other stuff, and that's what surprises people. Like, really, Spider-Man and all that? I'm like, well, yeah, I like Spider-Man, but I think it's my favorite thing has still been Werewolf by Night.
It was pretty great, and I love that they did it in black and white and color. You had a choice.
Yeah.
Which they're doing with Spider Noir, which excites me too.
Yeah.
I don't know which my favorite MCU is. It might be Ant-Man because I love Luis. Actually, I take it back.
True.
It's WandaVision.
You really liked WandaVision, and you really liked Agent Carter.
Agent Carter.
Yeah.
Agent Carter's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I have kind of a quiz. I have a list that is the fastest ride at every Disney park around the world.
Interesting.
So there are 12 Disney parks currently around the world. And so I have the fastest ride at each one of those. And I don't know whether you guys just want to guess what the top 5 fastest rides are, or if you want to guess which
what's the fastest ride at each park?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know which would be best.
I mean, there's only let's see here. What is it, like 7 parks or something like that? Can't remember any of there.
There's 12.
But
there's 12 if you
parks.
take them individually, but there are 6 locations.
Oh, I'm not talking about resorts. I'm talking about. I mean, if you want, I can break it back into resorts, and you can guess the fastest one at each resort.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure,
Definitely.
let's do resorts.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not? Yeah, why not?
Sean, take something while I fix this so that it does resorts.
Okay. Just as sort of a quick thing, Prop Store had their auction this past weekend. Colleen and I usually go to the reception. Sometimes I go alone with some friends. And that's usually at the Peterson Auto Museum. We didn't get there this time because we were going to Spamalot instead. They had some really unusual and weird stuff for sale. It's all movie stuff, of course. And so and a lot of this stuff is coming from Planet Hollywood, which is largely having to divest itself of everything. One of these things is the giant mechanical rhino from Ace Ventura, where Jim Carrey is born out the butt of the rhino. They thought it was going to go for $8,000. It went for $60,000. They had something from Jaws here.
It's like a harpoon or something, right?
They had Quint's screen-used harpoon gun. That went for $327,000.
Wow. Jeez Louise.
His screen-matched rod and reel, they thought was going to get $150,000. It got $239,000.
Good gravy.
Wow.
Which was crazy. And then like the stunt harpoon sold for $5,000 and things like that. And then
Of course.
I think I'm trying to think of what the record thing was, and if I can find it. I think there was a C-3PO head.
Oh, it had, yeah.
That sold for many thousands of dollars.
Of course.
They had some interesting things like stunt lightsabers. So the stunt Darth Maul lightsaber, which is like a resin handle with fiberglass blades on it, sold for $40,000.
Of course.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi rehearsal saber sold for $15,000. I mean, people were there for it. The C-3PO head, here we go. From The Empire Strikes Back. It lights up. They thought it was going to sell for maybe $700,000. $1,058,000.
You have to say that with
Of
your finger
course.
like this.
$1 million. Anyway, so kind of kind of crazy. The Ewok head only sold for 12,000. Nobody.
Oh, come on.
Severed it. But my gosh, they have models that didn't sell.
Wow.
Lots of art and things from Star Wars. I think maybe
What?
they were just asking a little too much. There's a Force Awakens
probably.
TIE pilot helmet that nobody bought. First Order.
The reserve is probably really high.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So anyway, there's lots of other stuff that was for sale there. You can go to propstoreauction.com, check it out. If you want to know what the prices are, you have to sign up for an account there. But otherwise, you can look and see what was on offer, and they've got everything like Aeon Flux stuff, like stuff from movies that you like scratch your head and you're like, really? Addams Family, Aliens, all sorts of really interesting stuff up there this time around. So I was very sorry to have missed the preview for this.
Okay.
But, spam a lot, man. We had a good time.
Well, hey.
Okay, so there are 6 resorts, not 7.
Uh-oh.
And
Okay.
there
Resorts,
will be
okay.
7 once the one in
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi opens. So the slowest of the 6. Gosh, do you want me to tell you? I'll call out the resort, and you guys guess which ride.
Okay. This is the slowest of the fastest.
The slowest of the fastest.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
So the 6th fastest is at Hong Kong Disneyland.
Hong Kong Disneyland. It is
Slowest, huh?
Grizzly River.
Yeah. Well, it's not a river.
Okay.
It's Big Grizzly Mountain
Big
Runaway
Grizzly
Mine
Mountain.
Cars.
That's what
Okay.
it was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yes.
their version
Nice.
of Big Thunder Mountain.
And Sean
Yeah,
has the
yeah.
advantage over Jeff here because Sean has been
I have
on
been-
all of these rides.
Been on these
My
rides.
that we're talking
God.
about.
Yeah.
So sorry. I have not been on all these rides that we're talking about, but Sean has,
Okay.
and Jeff hasn't either.
Yeah.
The 5th fastest is at Tokyo Disney Sea. And what do you think that is? You won't get this one. I think.
Well, and it depends how old the list is because there's a whole section of that.
I will say
Oh.
that I am not guaranteeing that I'm correct on these.
Okay.
This was from a search of the internet.
Sure.
Could be old. Who knows?
Right. Older
Space?
older is
But,
better.
but remember, Sean, I have already said you've been on all of these rides.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
So
Don't they have a Space Mountain there?
Actually, I take it back. There is one you haven't been on.
there's no Space Mountain at Disney Sea.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Paris. Okay.
Right.
But you've definitely been on this ride, Sean.
Is it the Tower of Terror?
It is not.
It is not. Is it
I mean, it's not really a coaster. How fast is? Oh, I say
Journey to the Center of the Earth?
It is.
Okay, that was.
I would have thought Tower of Terror would have been faster.
I
but
would have thought too, because they actually pull you down faster than you fall.
Maybe the list is really
I
old.
was gonna say Journey to the Center of the Earth
weird.
first, and I thought that maybe the other one was faster.
Okay, at the Disney Resort in California, which one do you think is the fastest ride?
The fastest ride at California.
Yeah. So Jeff is equal in
it's-
this one.
I mean, I would say it's got to be one of two, and it's going to be like I'm going to have to say like the Incredicoaster because
Bing,
of the
bing,
launch.
bing, 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 bing.
It's probably the faster. Yeah,
Yeah,
It is the Incredicoaster.
yeah, yeah,
yeah, because they push you out of the station. That was going to be my guess.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then the 3rd fastest, and guys, I haven't actually told you how fast these are. Big Grizzly Mountain Runaway Mine Cars is 45 miles an hour. Journey to the Center of the Earth is 47 miles an hour. Incredicoaster is 55 miles an hour. And this next one is at the Disney Paris Resort. And this is one that we have not been on.
We've not been on. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
there are two
It is newer.
newer.
Oh,
Mm.
Paris New.
Is it
I don't even know if you'll know this one.
right? Is it their Is it their Marvel ride?
It is. It's their Marvel ride called Avengers Assemble Flight Force. It's an indoor steel roller coaster, and it goes 57 miles an hour.
Okay. Yeah.
And the second fastest ride is found at Shanghai Disneyland.
Tron coaster?
Bing, bing, bing. Jeff, you're doing really good at this. Tron Light Cycle Power Run is 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, it had to be.
And our top fastest ride is found at the Disney World Resort in Florida.
Is it the soon-to-be Muppet coaster?
It's a rock and roller coaster?
Yeah, the rock and roller coaster is changing.
It is not.
It is not the rock and roller coaster.
No.
Nope.
At Disney World, fastest ride. Well, I mean, is it the test track?
It is. I think Jeff wins.
Nice.
Jeff got... Well, actually, you know what? You guys tied. You each got 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. The test track is 65 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Cool.
So now you know where to go in each resort to get that fastest ride.
And what's funny, though, is that, like, none of those in the grand scheme of things seem particularly fast because we drive faster than that on the freeway.
Yeah, but when you're on them, they do seem fast.
Yeah.
Well, and now in LA, they're going to put up speed cameras, not because they're going to give you tickets and give you penalties against your license, but because they want to make money off of you if you are speeding.
But they also included a map of where they're putting them.
Right.
Which is everywhere.
And there's like a 60-day leeway. So like they're going to tell you that they're going up. You get a 60-day grace period where they're going to send you a thing going, "We caught you speeding," and then they're going to charge you anywhere between $50 to $500.
You mean if you do it a second time?
Yeah, if you are outside the grace period, so it's $50 to $500, and it does not impact your license. You do not. There's no law enforcement involved. You don't get points against your license. I don't think they report you to your insurance. So it's like the old traffic cameras that they used to do.
So how do they get you to pay it then?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, we used to have traffic cameras that if you ignored them, and it took a long time, it took like 7 or 8 years. If you ignored them when they sent you the notice in the mail and you didn't respond and admit guilt by acknowledging their thing in the mail, it just went away.
Yeah.
And that was it. They didn't issue a bench warrant. They didn't come knock your door down. They didn't do things like that. It just went away. So, like, what is the punishment for not paying this? I mean, obviously, they're going to send you a picture of your car with your license plate in your face, because that's what they love to do. But, yeah, I don't know.
All right, Sean, you want to wrap us out?
I surely will. First off, big thanks to Kit for keeping our stuff in order. Happy baseball season. which on one hand, it's like that's like her sport. On the other hand, it means she has to go to work.
But on the other hand, that means she gets to go to work.
But yeah, work. Yeah. So, but we're very grateful for everything she does for the show for us. You can listen to us and other shows up at sci-fi.radio. That is a URL, sci-fi.radio. We have movie trailers, we have news, all of a nerdy nature. Go check it all out. Their listeners support it over there. They've been hosting our show for 7 or 8 years or something like that. And it's they exist because of you guys. Whatever they don't make from donations, they have to dig into their own pockets. Which is rough. So thanks for checking that out. Also, you could be watching us on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch. Any of those is great. Like and subscribe or whatever. And gosh, for you guys who are like, legitimately subscribing and helping us out, we're very, very grateful to you. Thank you so much. You truly are heroes. And we are grateful to have people that care about the show at all. So
yeah, totally.
Thanks. That's totally awesome.
I'm Colleen Kaylee Crosby.
This is Jeff Donoho.
I am Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby. As always, may the
Force
be with you.
Be with you.
All right. we will give you guys some credits over here on the video. Bye, video people.